So today we're going to be talking about this article from VG247 where they talk about the fact that Gears of War 5 is going to be dropping any sort of tobacco reference or tobacco depiction or anything like that altogether. Now, I've never played Gears of War, so I can't really speak on the series as a whole or anything, but this is a really, really frustrating thing. We're going to get into this article here, and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts about this situation after that. So let's go ahead and jump into this article. Gears of War 5 and future Gears games will drop depictions of smoking as a result of anti-tobacco campaign. The Gears of War series has historically squeezed just about every drop of mature content it can out of its M rating. But in response to a recent anti-tobacco campaign the coalition has decided that smoking depictions will no longer be part of its vision for the series. According to Variety, the decision to remove smoking depictions from Gears of War 5 and future Gears titles began when anti-smoking youth advocacy group Truth Initiative reached out to Turner, an esports division that holds broadcasting rights for Gears of War 5. Turner then collaborated with the coalition to strip smoking depictions from the game. Research has yet to link violence in video games to violence in real life. However, Truth Initiative's push to remove smoking depictions from entertainment hinges on convincing data that youth are much more likely to smoke in real life when the act is depicted in the media they consume. Like the coalition, Netflix responded to a Truth Initiative's campaign just last week, announcing that it will remove tobacco imagery from future original content. So, I don't really understand how that can be. How can they be? How is it that we have proof and evidence and all of that type of stuff from research that has been done that there isn't a direct link between violence from video games and violence in real life, but there is a link between depictions of smoking in video games and smoking in real life? That just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand how that logically makes sense. And I'm someone that doesn't smoke. I really do not have any sort of I just don't smoke. It's just not my thing. I'll actually I actually have to kind of correct myself a little bit here. I smoke a cigar every once in a while, maybe like once a year, maybe, if even that. So it's not like that I don't just smoke at all, but it's only like on a very, very, very rare occasion. Like maybe, if anything, like once a year. So it's like hardly ever. And I know from my personal experience, I've never been tempted to get into smoking from seeing people smoking in video games. It just never has been anything that I've been tempted to do or anything. Everyone, I think, knows that smoking is bad. Everyone knows that smoking is bad for you. But just because you know that something is bad for you doesn't mean that that's going to stop you from doing it, right? So, if everyone knows that smoking is bad for you, then it can't be that video games are causing youth to smoke or anything. It's the youth still making the dumb decision to get into smoking in the first place. I don't think it really has anything to do with video games. Studio head Rod Ferguson released a statement regarding the decision, saying, "I've seen firsthand the devastating impact of smoking. Yeah, nobody's arguing that. It's always been important for me to not use smoking as a narrative device." Narrative device? How do you use smoking as a narrative device? Like, oh, look, we have a cigarette. We have to get the cigarette to Mount Doom. We have to get the cigarette to Mount Doom and destroy it before, I don't know. It's just like, how do you use smoking as a narrative device? I don't understand that. Which is, maybe they have used it as a narrative device in previous Gears of War games. You guys can comment on that in the comments, I guess. Which is why we made the conscious choice to avoid highlighting or glorifying smoking in Gears 5 and throughout the Gears of War universe moving forward. So they're going to pretend that like smoking doesn't exist, pretty much. Smoking doesn't exist. La la la. We live in this beautiful, perfect world where nothing like that exists. Pretty soon, if they're going to start taking out smoking, do you guys know what's going to happen next? They're going to probably start taking out language and violence, all of that type of stuff. Pretty soon, our video games are not going to have any sort of violence in them whatsoever. if we're going to continue to make video games be safe spaces more and more for people, then we're going to get to the point where the only thing left in a video game is petting puppies, pretty much. So I guess you guys can be excited for the fact that maybe in about 10 years from now, we'll be getting a Gears of War game where instead of Gears of War, it's going to be Gears of Puppies or something like that. So that's something that you can look forward to. Robin Koval, CEO and president of Truth Initiative, applauded the coalition's decision despite the studio being part of an entertainment landscape that glorifies smoking. So really this just boils down to more political correctness, more SJW mentality type of stuff, all of that type of stuff. It really just boils down to that. And it's really sad. It's really sad that people are continuing to be pressured by these different things to basically they're being creatively forced or forced creatively to make different decisions and stuff. And it's just really, really sad. I mean, it's stupid. It's really, really stupid. And I don't want to get to the point where video games are safe spaces, because that's just boring. Okay, that's not what I want in my video games. So, and I'm not saying that smoking is a bad thing. Smoking is absolutely a bad thing, and it's been proven to be a bad thing, and nobody's arguing that evidence. But so is killing people. So is all that type of stuff. But that's still in our video games. So where do you draw the line? We are hopeful that this decision will encourage other game developers and streaming tournaments to follow this lead and level up the gaming experience by going tobacco-free.
Level up the gaming experience by going tobacco-free.
Yeah, that's not going to fix anything. It's just not. People are still going to make stupid decisions. People are still going to do dumb things. It's not going to fix the situation. So they will continue to encourage gaming studios to get rid of smoking, while on the other hand, they won't do anything about the violence, I guess. But that's only a matter of time. Eventually, we will get to the point where people start to complain about the violence in video games, and then we'll start to see that disappearing from video games. And it's just going to be a continual cycle. They're going to find more and more things to complain about, and we all know that this is the direction that they will head in. I don't think this was a good decision of Gears of War, to be pressured to do this or anything like that. I just don't. And I'm not necessarily saying that this is like in itself a bad thing necessarily, because Gears of War, they can decide to do whatever they want with their video game, but it sets a bad precedent moving forward for the gaming industry, because if we're going to continue to take out the things that are harmful in video games that are actually like harmful things in real life, pretty soon our video games will be nothing more than puppy dog video games. So I guess you have that to look forward to. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the situation? What do you think about what they're doing with Gears of War 5? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and I'll talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.